Shabbat Shalom, welcome to this week's 3-2-1. That's 3 comments on the Parsha in 2 minutes with 1 insight. This week we have vayeshev and we also have Chanukah coming up. But I want to begin with a totally different question to get you excited for the end, which is, I assume this is a conversation every year, but for whatever reason, it popped into my social media feeds this year. Thank God it's not one I have to personally deal with yet. But the question is, should you announce yourself or your child's acceptance to college on social media? You can start to imagine quickly why yes and why no, but a question I heard asked in many different ways across my feeds. And now 3 comments. The first is the first 2 are about Chanukah. You likely know that you light by adding a light each night, and then you start with all, and that you may even know that there was originally a plan to start with all 8 and decrease by a candle each night. And among other reasons, one of the reasons given is that we go up in candles, it's our job to go up in holiness, that we should increase the light in the world, not decrease it. The second is a question that is, at first, you don't even think about it, but actually is a really good question, is that it seems like Hanukkah should really be celebrated for 7 days. Yes, the oil lasted for 8 days, but the first day wasn't a miracle. It was supposed to last for 1 day. So why is that a miracle? And there's a bunch of explanations, but my personal favorite is the miracle of the first day is that they lit it at all. That there was enough hope to say, we know we don't have enough, but we're going to give it a shot anyways. And the third comes from Jacob and Joseph. Jacob loves Joseph. He sees that love as a good thing, as he should. He misses that as he loves Joseph, he is less loving his other children, that they can feel and notice that. Even so, he's so blinded by this love of Joseph that he gives Joseph this beautiful coat and singles him out as different and other. And here, these 3 things together give us some tools to answer the question, should I publicize if my kids got into college? Alongside every other joyous occasion in our life, how and when do we share? First, we ask ourselves, is sharing adding to the light of the world? Is it making more holiness, more light happening? Or is it giving my light more attention and taking away from someone else's? The second is we don't always get to know all of the consequences of our actions. But sometimes if the goal is good, it's worth going for it anyways. It's worth trying and pushing, and perhaps sharing that information is exactly part of that process. And the third that really puts a pin on it, what is going on for Joseph? He lets his love for one son blind him to what's going on with his other sons. It's a beautiful thing to give a kid a special gift and let them feel special. But isn't it possible to do it in a way that also lets your other children feel special? So I don't have an easy answer. There are times when you should, maybe, and times when you shouldn't. But the questions that are behind it is, are you sharing because you want to be seen and how great you are? Or are you sharing because it's a joyful thing and you want to add joy to the whole world and not just for yourself? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. That's the challenge I think that Chanukah demands of us. So, Shabbat Shalom, Chag Urim Sameach, and I will see you soon.